Hello guys, to the new video. It's Monday. It's 5:30 in the morning, so it's a bit early. As you see out there, it's still dark. So here we're trying to make things happen. So today, just here gonna talk about some things I learned this week and the things I experienced this week. And yeah, I just thought that it would be nice to share with you this. So first of all, these 3 days I didn't do anything. So I was working all day, so I didn't do any bad habits. So those 3 days were actually not, I cannot say that they were perfect days, but they were nice days. I didn't do bad things. I didn't do bad habits. I mostly did good habits, and when I was forced to do bad habits, well, I tried to minimize time and like be bored. So to elaborate, yesterday I went to my grandparents' house and I have my my laptop was with me and my phone. Well, I'm not the type of person that was working on their phone, so I don't like to use my phone mainly for work, so just for calling, cold calling or something like that. But the main work is on my laptops, on my MacBook. So the thing I did is I went to watch a video, and of course not any video, so I went to watch a podcast of two successful persons, and yeah, it entertained me, of course, but I learned it's better than doing nothing. And then I guess I watched 30 minutes of that podcast and I stopped it, and I just removed my phone. I just threw it. I didn't use it. So I was just thinking about life and thinking what I want in life. And the thing is, I prefer to be bored and not have anything to do, so that will help me actually think and clear my mind, think about life, think about the thing I don't want to, the thing I want, all the things I want to have and whatnot. So it's always good to think. There's always things to process and things to to meditate and think of. So that's what I did, and I just sat still and I thought about life, about my future life, about the things I want. And the thing is, you can go very specific in this. So you can think about how your wife will be if you want to, if you'll be married, your properties. Like for example, for me, I was thinking about where I want to live, so the country, the city, how much I want per month, how much I want per year, the properties I want, the cars I want, how I will dress. I went very deep in my thinking, and yeah, just because actually in the book that I read, so Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, it says that you need to at least think about the person you intend to become at least 30 minutes daily. So that's what I do. I think about myself, about the future me, and yeah, I try to process that person, to have a clear mental picture of that person. And yeah, and this is my goal. So I just sit still and think about that person, think, and rethink things. So just, it's an ongoing process, so it's not stopping. This is important to actually visualize your future. You cannot go without a purpose. So dreaming without work is, well, it's just dreaming, and working without a dream is just, it isn't fulfilling, because you don't have, I would not say a goal, because a goal is limited, but a picture, a broad image or broad desire of life that actually shapes your thinking and shapes your work, shapes your lifestyle and your mindset. So that's what I do. At first, when I started, I didn't have a clear mental picture of what I wanted exactly, but now I do. So that's very nice. So now I'm thinking of that person, so I'm you could call it daydreaming. And of course, I'm doing the work to get to that person. So it's not just daydreaming, it's daydreaming mixed with the burning desire of becoming successful and the work behind it. So yeah. So as you may have seen, we're here, we're waking up. So woke up. So Friday I didn't do anything, but the next Saturday I woke up at 4, like always. Of course, worked and stuff and things like that. And the thing is, in those 3 days, I didn't have any urges or desires to fulfill. I just wanted to work and be like my true self, and that's actually, it makes me happy because actually I love this life, even if it's stressful, it's hard to mix between school and work. But even though it's very, I love this life. I love, well, if you want to be successful, well, you need to accommodate with stress, and yeah, being always in a rush and not having enough time to rest and stuff like that. So I prefer to start my life at a young age and actually see life as it truly is. And yeah, to be honest, I like this life, even if it's stressful, it's painful, it's hard, but I like it. And yeah, this is one of the important keys to be successful. You need to love your life. You cannot have a successful life or a business life and hate it. So you need to actually have some kind of love and passion about it. So we're here, we're working, we're not stopping. I'm not going to stop. So because those 3 days, I made intermittent fasting. Well, I was used to do it, but now I did it very specifically because in the past 2 weeks I ate a bunch of junk food and my diet wasn't very proper and healthy. So those 3 days I just didn't eat much, so I had, I guess, 1 or 2 meals max per day, and the gap between them, I guess, is 15 or 16 hours, so it's a big gap. So I just drink either coffee or water, and in between I don't eat anything. If I'm starving, I'll probably eat a fruit, but if I'm just hungry, I will not eat anything until it's time to eat. So yesterday, I guess I ate 2 meals, one at 9 a.m. and the second at 4 p.m. Of course, I tried to measure, I tried to not eat junk food, so I was very selective on my food, and it was very hard because, well, in our family we are not a very disciplined in food, but personally I am. So they were eating a bunch of junk things, but I was not. So I was trying to be specific in the things I eat, and yeah. So so people actually, they all want to be, everyone actually wants to be successful, but there's few people that are willing to put the work to become the person they intend to become. Because as you may know, waking up at 4 a.m. or 3:30 a.m., we're working like for 9 hours besides school, things like that is very hard. So people are not, they have the desire, maybe not, I cannot call this or mention it as a burning desire, because when you have a burning desire, well, you'll make anything to achieve that thing. But when you have a desire that is, well, average of being successful, and of course, when I'm saying successful, it's very broad. You cannot have a dream of being successful. You need to be specific about your goals. Like, for example, for me, I have specific goals for the time. For example, I have this goal before 2025 to make 10K per month. And for many people, they could think it's absurd. And I don't care, to be honest. But for me, I have this specific goal. So before the 2025, I want to have 10K per month. I want to have this, I want to have that, I want to be like this, I want to have this body shape, I want to be like that, I want to speak those languages. So I'm very specific, and I invite you to do the same because it's very important to do so. But yeah, you need to be specific about your goals, and people actually, they're not specific about their goals when they're making their resolutions for the year. They're like, oh, I wanna become rich, oh, I wanna be better in life, I wanna feel better, I wanna have nice friends, I wanna have this. Yeah, sure, why not? But just be specific about your goals. For example, being rich is very broad, so you could say, by the end of this year I want to make 100K, 200K, 500K, and that may not be possible for you, or maybe absurd, or you cannot face yourself, but you need to be harsh and real with yourself. So for example, for me, I made this goal and I will make it happen no matter what. And many people will not, well, believe me or actually support me, but that's life. Life is like that. You have people who support you and people who doesn't. And that's actually life. And for example, for me, I really like the people that doesn't support me. You know why? Because those people have weak mindset, and they actually release a negativity, and that negativity can be used in both, like in two ways. The first way is actually to, well, receive that negativity and actually be depressed and say, oh, people are not believing me, oh, I'm living in a shitty country, oh, people are so dumb here. And there's a second mindset that I embraced recently. It is to take that negativity and say, okay, those people are mediocre, lazy fucking people, but I'm not. So you take their sayings and their negativity, the negative comments, that it may not be in social media, it may be in life, like your parents or your friends or wherever. Just take that negativity and use it as a fuel. You're like, for example, for me, when someone says something negative, I'm like, sure, why not? Split everything, just split it over. Say everything you have to say to me. And then when I come home, I just think and process, like, I'm gonna show them wrong. I'm gonna prove them wrong. I'm gonna make this happen because actually I have someone that doesn't believe in me, and I want to make their life like hell. So, and actually it's easy to make it hell. You just need to make it. You need to become successful. And that's easy. No, of course it's not easy, but it takes time. So it's mainly consistency and discipline. But through time, so you get there. And yeah, that's life. So that's the mindset I embraced. Well, I'm not fully immersed in that mindset because, well, I just switched. So I'm trying still to cover things up and try to actually be and embrace this mindset as maximum. But for now, I'm not. I could be at 60%. So I want to become 100% by the end of, or by half of March. But yeah, that takes time to switch mindset and switch beliefs and things. But yeah, it's possible. So there's a thing that people, well, they cannot face themselves. And I see this a lot. For example, personally, I wasn't able to make a video like 6 months ago. No, not 6 months. So in May 2023, I wasn't able to make a single video. I was just trying to avoid being on social media, having a YouTube channel. I was avoiding this because, well, as you may know, it's not easy to have a YouTube channel. Not in the sense that it's easy, it's hard to grow, but it's hard to actually face a camera and talk about things and have these ideas and, yeah, speak it over with a nice proper language, and actually, yeah. The thing is, people are not willing to make this work. And this is sad because I think that facing a camera and being social and being and presenting things is very important. It's a skill that you need to grow. So talking to someone and being able to communicate with someone without without something that is stopping you, it's very important. Like, you could use it in many areas in domain in life. For example, having social skills and speaking skills will help you in marketing and in sales, for example, and there's many more. But the thing is, you need to know how to speak and actually send information and make people comprehend you and reason the same as you. So it's not easy, because if you go and see my first video, well, it's very shitty, it's very dumb. I made, I guess, 5-minute video, and I wasn't even able to see the camera face to face. I was just like, I was doing those moves and like trying to avoid facing myself. But now, like, I'm fully okay with this. Like, I'm facing myself, I'm talking properly, I'm not talking fast, I'm trying to articulate as much as I possibly can, but I'm still learning. We're not perfect. So yeah, that's the thing. And I guess the best thing to face yourself is open this camera and just talk. And that's what I did for my past videos. But I saw that, yeah, 40-minute video is a long time. So now I'm trying to minimize the time. So actually, yeah, help myself and you to watch this video, because watching a 40-minute video of myself talking is, yeah, it's quite it's not something I guess people will do, but nonetheless, it was a good therapy. So there's two things to face yourself. As I said, there is camera, so like facing yourself in camera and talking and like making your thoughts vocal. And yeah, there's a second thing, but I think that is optional, and it's not that changing. It's journaling. So I am keeping up a journal, like, let me show you. So I've been keeping a journal for like maybe 2 years now. So this is my journal. I have written pretty amount of days, like, look. So I just yeah, leaving my thoughts and talking about life and the things I want, like just spilling and just talking. I don't have any particular way of saying things, but just trying to decompress and say things that I cannot share with someone else, because it's either personal or something, or something I don't want to share actually. So I prefer to keep it to myself and have it on paper. It's better than say it to someone who will actually yeah, use this against you. But it could be another way to talk to someone else. But for example, for me, I don't have much people to talk to, so I prefer to stay in my sphere and just be myself and just vocal it. But like you see, like, I'm making these videos, I'm mostly making them for me to document my life and things like that. But if I get an audience, well, that's good. But if I don't, well, growing a YouTube channel like at its fullest is now not in my top priorities. But I know that when I'll be 19 or 20, well, I'll focus on YouTube and making it my priority. But right now, I'm just making videos and just enjoying talking to myself and actually proving to my subconscious mind that I'm actually wrong, and that I'm going to succeed, I'm going to do this. And it's very important to be vocal. So I invite you to actually make a YouTube channel even if it means you'll have, like me, 7 followers or 6 followers. That's not a thing. But just, yeah, film yourself talk, be yourself. Do not edit your videos or try to make them fancy. Just be yourself, be raw, be a normal person. And yeah, it may not be easy, but with time, like I did, like after 7 months of making videos, right now I'm fully confident and okay with filming myself. So I hope guys enjoyed this video. It was well, a pretty good one. I enjoyed covering this thing with you and actually share those things. And with that said, guys, I'll see you in another one.